Hey, what's going on? If you're watching this video right now, you might be checking out Bigo Live and maybe you're wondering, can this streaming platform actually make you a lot of money? How much can you earn? Is this legit or is this a good way to make money? Or maybe there are better ways for you to earn money online out there, right? Anytime you want to get my favorite way to get to $5,000 to $10,000 a month, 100% from home, just click the link below and I'll share with you my favorite strategy. Now, on my channel, I have reviewed hundreds of different ways to make money online. I've seen the good, the bad, and the ugly. So let's see if Bigo Live is the good or the ugly, right? Is this a good way to make money online or are there better ways? Let's check it all out, right? Now, Bigo Live is basically a live streaming platform. It's kind of like Twitch. It's like Kick. There are a lot of live streaming platforms out there where you can stream and make money in different ways, right? So the cool thing about Bigo Live is that there are people making money on the platform. There are also people that are not making any money. So we're gonna talk about it and let's see whether this is a good way to actually generate income in this day and age, all right? So the nice thing about Bigo is that it's international, all right? So you can come here, the top streams, and they list them by country. If you scroll down, you can also stream in many different types of formats. So you can create your own format, you can just hang out, you can shoot your face, you can share your thoughts, you could do cosplay, you could be playing a video game. So these are some of the popular video games, right? So PUBG, GTA, Call of Duty, Toon Blast, mobile games, NBA 2K, right? So you could literally be recording your stream, kind of like Twitch, right? You're playing a game, you're making comments, people can see your face, they can interact with you. And the way that you make money is there's a couple of ways, all right? So with Bigo Live, first of all, you can do something that's called a PK shows where you battle with other people, which is really cool, right? So you can basically come on as like two of you at the same time. You're battling for different things, whether it's singing or telling jokes or doing different actions, things like that. And basically what happens is if you have a following, then your followers are going to want to support you. So they're going to give you all these different gifts and you can convert those gifts into money. We'll talk about that in a second, right? So PK shows, battling with other people, is one way. Another way is just basically you're just streaming, okay? You're streaming content, whatever you decide to focus on. It could be whatever you're interested in. It could be video games, it could be chatting, it could be just hanging out, it could be entertaining, right? So many different things. You could be doing magic, right? Whatever you're good at, that's basically what people come here do. They come here to be entertained essentially, right? And so these are the ways that you can make money. One is by getting gifts. That's actually the main way on Bigo Live. That means people log into the platform, they buy these gifts that are worth money through Bigo Live, and then if they like what you're doing and to support you, they will give you those gifts while they're live. So it might be a rose, it might be a cake, or whatever the heck it is, right? It's a gift and you get it. And then what happens is you can convert these gifts into beans. That's basically the currency of Bigo Live. And then the beans are worth a certain amount of money. You can convert that to cash. And that's how you can make money as a streamer on Bigo Live. Another thing that you can do is once you start getting big on Bigo Live, you can get brand deals from companies. So for example, if you're in the makeup space, maybe you're doing makeup all day, you're teaching people how to do makeup, right? Maybe a cosmetics company like L'Oreal sees you and they want to do brand deals with you. So they're gonna pay you money to basically market their products, okay? Now, obviously this is gonna take time. You're gonna have to build up your follower base, but that's what a brand deal is. Another thing that you can do, excuse me, is you can sell affiliate products, okay? So once you get an audience, there are many things you can do with them. You can send them in different directions. You can ask them to click on a link in your bio and you can lead them to different areas, or you can lead them to your website. You can collect an email address. You can send them to your blog where you've got a whole list of affiliate products where you're selling other people's stuff. So for example, if you're talking about gardening, maybe you've got like a gardening show, you come on, you stream every single day. People are watching you garden, whatever it is. You can actually sell gardening affiliate products as an example, right? You can sign up for Amazon, some of their gardening products, like for example pots and spades and soil and things like that. And when people click on your link to buy, you make a commission from that company. It's very cool. Okay, so multiple ways that you can generate income through live streaming. But here's the most important thing, is that in order for you to make money, you have to, number one, be consistent. You got to do this every day. Okay, that's just the name of the game. If you're a beginner and you're just starting from scratch, it's not easy. This is something that's quite difficult. The most difficult thing about, especially with streaming, is you need an audience. If you don't have followers, people don't know who you are, they're not interested in your show, then they're not going to show up, they're not going to subscribe, and they're not going to give you gifts. Okay, so you have to be consistent. Number two, you have to be entertaining, you got to be interactive, and you got to be very personal with your followers. Because otherwise, why would they come to Bigo to hang out with you and give you gifts? I mean, it's costing them money. You know what I mean, right? So entertaining, interactive, personal, that's what you have to think about if you really want to become a proper streamer to make money, right? The other thing that you want to consider is you want to come on at the times that people are actually on, right? So the times that people are usually free is when they're not working, right? So usually in the evening times and definitely on the weekend. So you definitely need to consider streaming at night, right? Late evening, nighttime when people are online, and definitely on the weekends, right? That's the majority of the time where your audience are, right? And the other thing that you have to understand about streaming is because of the nature of the way it works, you have to be on there for a long time. Okay, so you can't come on and stream for an hour here and there. It doesn't work, right? If you want to build up an audience, you need to stream for like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hours a day kind of thing, right? So yes, this is going to take work. If you have a full-time job, you're going to have to come home from your full-time job and stream for 4 hours straight every single day. I mean, that is really the way to break through in streaming, all right? That's just the name of the game. The other thing as well is because of the way it works, people aren't going to really just stumble onto your stream, okay? If you want to build an audience, you have to start by building it offline. That means, outside of Bigo. That means whenever you create content, you can record it and then you can promote it on your socials, right? So Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, okay? And you gotta be consistent with it. You gotta be, get really good at marketing your show so that people actually know who you are. Now, if you've already got an audience on TikTok or Instagram on YouTube, then it's quite easy because you can just tell your audience, hey, I'm going to be streaming on Bigo from this time to this time every single day. Come and hang out, blah, 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 and you can move them onto Bigo. But if you're a beginner, you're just getting started, you have no audience, people don't know who the heck you are, then it's going to be a bit of a slog, right? That's just the name of the game, okay? You're going to have to build up your presence, your audience, and that takes consistency. You have to, tailor your show so that it's interesting, it's entertaining, it's interactive, you're answering questions, you get to know your actual followers, right? You recognize them, right? That kind of thing. You have to really entertain them, and that's how you start to generate a lot of followers. That's how they give you gifts. That's how you get brand deals. That's how you get a lot of followers, and that's how you can make a lot of money, okay? But for the most part, most people don't really make that much money from streaming, okay? So let's check out, this is actually the Bigo blog, right? So small streamers that have fewer than 100 viewers per stream, you can expect to earn between $50 to $1,500 per month, roughly. These are rough numbers, right? But this is where most people are gonna start. So if you're watching this video and you're considering Bigo, right? Most people, if you're even gonna make anything at all, you're gonna make, 50, maybe $100, $200 kind of thing over a month, okay? 1,500, you're already doing pretty well, honestly. You're starting to grow an audience and things like that. But this takes consistency, it takes hard work. So you just have to understand that, yes, there are streamers that are big, obviously, right? You know who they are. There's some big streamers that earn tens of thousands of dollars a month. I think the top streamer on Bigo earn something like 60, 70,000 US dollars a month, right? But you have to understand that in order to get there, I mean, he has hundreds of thousands, millions of followers. It takes a long time, and you have to think about how you want to build your streaming channel and your personality for people to want to follow you. That's very difficult, right? So it's not that it's not possible, it's just that that's very hard. So, you definitely should be shooting for I would say the lower numbers first when you first start out. Just understand that it takes time. It's like anything. You want to build something, it requires a lot of effort. But it is possible if you are willing to put in the work and you're smart and you're strategic about it, then you can potentially be really, really big. But just understand that it's going to take a lot of work. I mean, streamers work like, 8 hours a day. I've seen streamers do 24-hour streams. It's mad, right? Now, you don't have to do that, but just understand that the whole idea of streaming is to be there all the time for your followers, okay? So if that's not for you, then maybe streaming is not for you. But, if you're here checking out Bigo Live and you're wondering, oh, can I just make a, quick, easy money with streaming? No, you can't. But can you make money with streaming? Yes, you can. You just need to follow a few of the tips that I mentioned in this video and decide whether this type of activity or income stream is the right one for you. If you want to try it, you can go to bigo.tv, sign up. and then implement some of these strategies that we just spoke about today. All right. Now, if you're here watching this video right now, maybe this is the first time that you're on my channel. I have reviewed so many different strategies to make money online, you know, streaming, all sorts of different business models, different websites, different apps, different applications, things like that. I've seen the good, the bad, and the ugly. A lot of them are honestly a waste of time. Some of them are okay, and there's some really, really good ones, just a handful. Okay. Now, out of the handful of good ones, there's one I used to completely change my life. I used it to quit my full-time job. I actually earned 5 times every month what I used to in my old corporate job. And I think that this is great for beginners. If you want to earn big money from home, this is the strategy I recommend. All right. If you want to check it out, I've got a free masterclass that documents my process step by step. Just click the link right below this video and you can access that if you would like to check that out. All right. I wish you all the best. I hope you enjoyed this review of Bigo Live, and I will see you on another review. Take care.